I'm your husband. So
Yeah,
legally, that's our child.
It's not your child. You have nothing to do with this baby.
I'm your husband.
No, Mendeecee.
What are you talking about?
No.
And who?
Hey guys, welcome to Dark Arts Podcast. This is where we help you guys navigate the dating arenas and we expose the manipulation and also the dark tactics of the games that people play in forming relationships. Look, let me be real with you. This Yandy and Mendeecee situation is crazy. Why? Because I'm going to highlight some of the areas of manipulation. Here are 4 areas I believe that Yandy manipulated. Number 1, she had already made a decision as an I and then tried to flip it when she wanted money to make it a we decision. Number 2, okay, she tried to use the emotional sisterhood storyline to try and flip Mendeecee to go along with her decision. Number 3, she said, I don't want to fight about it. I just want you to support me. I just want you to go forward with it. And yet she wanted his support to make it a we decision, but it was actually an I decision. And then she basically told him inadvertently, I don't want to fight about it. Basically saying, don't argue with me. Don't fight with me over it because I ain't going to change my mind. Okay? Number 4, the 4th one is saying ours. In the very beginning, she said it's not ours, but then changed her mind at the end to try and make it a collaborative effort when she wanted to persuade him to come onto her side, say this baby is ours. Now, those are 4 points that she used to get at him, and I'll play the clips for you, and we'll break it all the way down as we always do on this channel for you guys. But before we do, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notifications of the uploads as well. And don't forget, listen, we're here to help you guys. So please leave a comment down below if you're enjoying the particular exploits of this channel. Let's play a little clip, a little beginning intro, and then we'll get into some stuff for you guys as well. Let's get down the rabbit hole, baby.
Take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
All right, cool. Let's get into this video. Listen, I'm going to play the first clip here. We're going to play this little part, and then we're going to break it all the way down, right?
Mendeecee, that is my sister.
But I'm your husband. So
Yeah,
legally, that's our child.
It's not your child. You have nothing to do with this baby.
I'm your husband.
No, Mendeecee.
What are you talking about?
Now, you notice 2 things actually came up in this point, right? She said, that's my sister. It's not, it's her cousin. And she keeps saying sister because it brings a stronger point, a stronger emphasis to her point. If it's her sister, then she has greater emphasis to actually try and make this happen. But it's not, it's her cousin who wants this child and she's willing to help her with it. That's number 1. Number 2, she also goes on to say, obviously, it's not our child. Now, why is this important? Because towards the end, she's going to say, it is our child. I'm going to play the clip for you guys. Hopefully I get the right part of the clip as well when she says is our child. So if you heard correctly, I'm going to play that last part again. Listen again.
Baby.
I'm your husband.
No, Mendeecee.
What are you talking about?
No.
And who's paying? It's our child.
It's not your child. You have nothing to do with this baby.
Listen to what she just said. She actually changed his words. He said it's our child. She said, no, it's not your child. This is what I'm talking about, ownership and possession. And again, this is why it's going to be a problem. It's manipulative because you know it's not a we, it's a you. And when it's a you decision that you're asking me to join on board with and you've not consulted me as your husband, it's manipulative to do this, right? But look, watch the very end that we're going to get to. Listen to this.
All right, but can you just keep an open mind? No matter what, if it's a baby of Keisha's, it's a baby of ours. Just be open-minded.
Hold on a minute. If it's a baby of Keisha's, it's now a baby of ours. Now, I'm going to be a little bit cheeky because I know what she meant in the first beginning when she was actually saying it's not your sperm that's going to connect with the egg. But baby, don't try to use ours now because you already told me it's not ours. It's yours. And you just already let us know in the very end as well that it's now ours because it's Keisha's. No, it's not. It's meant to be Keisha's, but now I'm being roped into it when you want to persuade me from being about it's a we decision when it really isn't a we decision. That's manipulative when you're doing that. You're trying to play the cards close to your chest as if you brought me into the situation. If it was a we situation, you would have consulted me. But what you're trying to do, and people are trying to manipulate, when they're trying to gain control and they're trying to get you on board with their decision making, because it's an ego thing, right? And the second thing is that they're trying to gain control in this situation. What they're going to do is they're going to put it onto it's a we situation, right? So what's going to happen is they're going to make a decision, and guess who's going to get the blame? You are. Because now it's going to be a we decision when it really never was a we decision. When she decided she wanted to give her eggs away, you were never included. She actually didn't let you know until it's too late. Let's go to number part 2. Okay. Where I want to go to the second point is using emotional sisterhood. Let me see if I can get that correctly, because this is really interesting as well, because she tries to flip it from an I to a we. Let's get this part here. There we go. Okay.
And to be able to bring this on me today, it's tough.
Keisha has been through a very rough journey trying to have a baby, like so many other women. We've been blessed. We've never had an issue. We don't understand the hurt and the pain that so many.
Now she tries to use this emotional angle about the sisterhood, and you don't know the pain that women go through. I don't give a heck. I can't lie to you. Stop manipulating me with that, right? Because it's not important to me. What's important, as you've heard me say, is that you are involved, not the sisterhood. You being involved, it's got nothing to do with the sisterhood. Now we know that women struggle to get into children birth, and we know that it's a difficult thing. But the reality of the situation is she could choose anybody else, but she didn't choose anybody. You volunteered yourself in this rate, right? She could have chose someone else, but she didn't. She volunteered herself. So if this is about the sisterhood, let her go and find someone else. Why do you need to be involved? Now, I know you're talking about, obviously, the child wants to look like you. I hear that. But this is where we need to start playing. We need to be careful how we're playing God in a lot of situations, right? That it's not necessary. It really isn't necessary. And now you're willing to put your relationship under duress and stress for Keisha. Now, I don't, hey. Okay? That emotional storyline that someone's trying to sell you, usually try to use their emotions to get you into it. We've never struggled. We've never had to go through the hardship. We've been blessed. Making you feel bad. It's a guilt trip. Okay? It's manipulative. Number 3. He's saying I don't want to fight with you. Basically means I don't want to argue at this point, right? I want to see if I can bring that point. I want you to support me, basically, she's saying, right? Here it comes.
Women have to go through when they're trying to bear children. I want you to support me in this. I want you to make this easy for me. I don't want to argue with you. For me to be...
Hold on a minute. Let's first and foremost just stop right there. I want you to make it easy for me. I don't want you to argue with me. Baby, you took a decision without asking me. And now you're bringing me the decision. You're telling me I shouldn't argue with you and I should make it easy for you. What you're actually inadvertently saying, manipulatively, is saying to me, don't say anything. Go along with my plan. Don't cause mayhem. Don't cause any issues. Silently go along with my plan. She's actually passive aggressively telling you to shut up and keep quiet. Now I know I'm putting it in very black and white terms, but actually that's actually what she's saying. And then she's masking it with support me. But the decision wasn't solo. It should have been a group decision, and you chose to do this by yourself. And then you wanted to rope me in by using we and ours. No. It's yours. Don't lie. Don't bring me into it, because you weren't bringing me into it until money is involved. But you weren't bringing me in for that point. Point number 4. Point number 4. Obviously, I think I've even said 4 points, haven't I? Actually, at that point. But that point is when you change from. When we change from, I want to make my notes there. When we change from I to we in your statements, when you intentionally know that you took a decision by yourself, being independent, and suddenly you want to become dependent when you want money, doesn't that sound a bit manipulative to you? That you only want me involved when it comes to the money situation, and you've now slipped it to we. That is very cheeky for me. I'm going to leave it there. I want to know your thoughts, guys. What do you think? Was this manipulative? Do you think I've read too deep into it? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. But I know as men, this is a struggle. He wanted to say something, but he's been coerced into this. What can he else say? The woman's basically told you, listen, you can't fight this. If you fight this, you're going to make it less peaceful for me. And you want a happy marriage. But the reality of the situation, sometimes you've got to save your wife from themselves, right? And sometimes you have to know what hill to die on. Maybe this is one of the hills he needs to die on. Maybe not. He needs to find out for himself. But like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, saluted. Welcome to Dark Arts Podcast, where we help you guys navigate the dating arenas and expose the manipulation and the dark tactics